Hi, this is Dave Perry, and you're watching Retro Gaming Revival live.
Thursday. It is just after 8 o'clock. It is time for Retro Gaming Revival Live. How are we all?
All right.
Everybody all good? Wonderful. Right. I think so.
Blunders is frozen already.
We'll pre-warn people. Blunders is having some technical difficulties. He's got internet goblins all in his computer this evening, so he'll be dipping in and out of consciousness. So send love to Blunders.
You have to get like the little placards, like in what's it? That film? What's the film?
Oh, not Love Actually.
Love Actually, yeah.
Oh,
hello.
First tangent of the night. Love Actually.
Just computer up.
Right. Before we deviate too quickly, let's quickly run round and just introduce everyone that is here. So let's see if we can get Blunders while he's sort of still here. So we have Mr. Blunders joining us from the cupboard under the stairs.
Hello.
He is
there, right? There he is. He is there. We have Mr. Dorber.
Greetings, all right?
Yeah.
And then joining us this evening is our guest of absolute honor. It is Teresa, aka Games Mistress.
Yes.
Hi.
Yes.
Nice to be here.
Greetings.
And how are you doing? Are you all good?
I'm all good, thank you. I'm saying hello from Sweden currently.
Sweden.
Oh, it's like an Eurovision when they say that, isn't it?
I guess so. They love it here, I think. I don't watch it personally.
No, that's rubbish now.
It's normally you have to say, hello, there's Sweden calling. I'm sure that's what they say.
They
anyway.
they swear a lot here. They have one word all the time they love to say here, and it's not the C word, I promise.
Excellent. So the first question that we ask all our guests, actually, no, let's run through the chat quickly because we've got a few people in the chat here. We've got Mr. James Chapman. Pleasure to meet you. We met James at OLL, so pleasure to see you back again. We've got Mr. Owl Games Re-Up. How we doing? With Smarbringer. How we doing, sir? Paul 79. Mr. Jarvis submits much more. How are we doing, sir? There's a few names in the chat there. Mr. Triangle Face, hello. How are you feeling, Tim? Are you feeling better yet, buddy? Because we're all a bit concerned about you. All a little bit concerned. Genuine concern, that is, as well. Mr. Waller. Yes, we're going to get to a Waller's Remasters later on this evening, so stick around for that. Excellent. Welcome, everybody. There's a few new names in the chat, so please do head on over, hit that subscribe button as well, and give the video a little cheeky thumbs up so that we know that you've been here. Mr. Noyce as well, Mr. Harry Noyce. Hello. Okay, so the first question that we ask everybody when they come onto the channel is about their early gaming memories. So what is it? What's your earliest gaming memory that brought you into this wonderful and weird hobby of video games?
All right, get ready. This is going to be fun. So I was 2 years old in my nappies, and my mother was looking after me, and we had an NES in front of the TV, and I said, "Mom, me play. I want to play." I guess I said something in baby language, and my mom's like, "Okay, let's play some Metroid," and she put it on. And she put all the cheats on so I wouldn't die straight away. And that was my first memory, playing Metroid. And later on, we tried The Legend of Zelda 2. Yes, that one.
There we go. That's awesome. That's a really cool, like, that is a That's
That's
really
very
cool. One of,
early.
your,
That's amazing.
one of your earliest memories is a video game. That's awesome.
Mm.
So
Yeah.
it's in your blood then, really, from infancy. Amazing.
All the females in my family are hardcore gamers. My mother has a better computer than I do, so
And that's something they're still all into now as well.
Wow.
Amazing. Has that
So-
kind of
my sister plays. My mother still plays. My mother keeps phoning me up. Oh, we should go on a raid together. I'm like, I have no time to play MMOs anymore. But thanks.
Oh, that's nice. I like that.
So the NES, is that your sort of first memory of was that your first introduction to gaming?
So the NES is the first memory of me playing on the video game console. Later on, we had the Atari 2600, but my personal first console was the Sega Mega Drive.
Okay. So let's lead in with Mega Drive. When did Sega enter your life?
Okay, I'm a bit confused about the dates, but I think it was either Christmas when I was 3 or 4 years old. There was a big parcel underneath the Christmas tree. My dad says, "Here you go, this is for you, because I'm sick and tired of you and your sister keep fighting over the NES." My sister's 10 years older than me. So when I opened up, I'm like, Mega Drive, Sonic! Well, my parents didn't get Sonic, exactly. They got some other games.
No, how
Amazing.
can I not get Sonic?
I got it 1 month later for my birthday.
Oh,
So did that mean you then suddenly your sister became incredibly jealous of you because you had the Mega Drive and she was left with the NES?
Yes, she even had her own TV, so she would play her NES in peace, and she kept coming out to the living room. Go away! It's my Mega Drive. So no, it's mine. I was given it. So we would fight about it all the time.
Amazing. And you don't still fight with your sister over video games now?
Actually, we do.
what video games do you fight over now?
Well, she keeps phoning me up and saying, "Oh my goodness, this game is so amazing." I can give an example. You know, Mass Effect 3.
Mhm.
She was bragging how amazing that game is. I said, no, the ending's completely crap. I bet they're going to ruin it. I said, no, how dare you? Next week, I don't want to talk to you anymore. Beep.
Amazing. Do you still game with your sister now? Is there games that you two can play together still?
I would love to play with her. The thing is, she has an Xbox and her internet connection is really bad. I think she got the PlayStation 5, but we don't have the same games, sadly, and she doesn't have the Switch online. And I tried to invite her to play with me on Steam, but again, her internet is very, very poor where she lives, so it doesn't really work out. But we do discuss a lot of gaming. She phones me up and we talk about which games we like. And I did even give her an NES this last year, actually.
Ah, nice. What's Ellie doing?
I was typing. I'm interacting with everybody. I'm multitasking. That one thing that we're unable to do. You can tell I can't multitask.
Well, you just proven that men can't multitask.
Exactly. Managed to get a little arrow bit on the end of it there. Hey, Jem, how are we doing?
Yes, hope you're well. Hope you're well.
Okay, so keeping with consoles, where did you go from with Mega Drive? Did you sort of naturally progress into Sega Saturn, or did you then start breaching into the sort of Nintendo territory and PlayStation territory?
So this is what we did when we were kids. There was no such thing as console wars. My best friend had a Super Nintendo, so my sister's best friend. So we would switch or borrow each other's consoles because we didn't have much money back then. My neighbor had a PlayStation. He'd be like, "Come on, let's play the PlayStation together." And one day his dad opened his cupboard. "Here's a Commodore 64. Let's play." So we were playing for hours on that, and I fell in love with it. And my sister's ex-boyfriend had a Sega Saturn, so he used to invite us over to play Panzer Dragoon 2, The Horde, and some other, Clockwork Knights, I believe it was. I fell in love with those games. My sister used to play Myst. And one Christmas, I was very lucky to get a Nintendo 64. So we loved all the consoles, all the machines. It's just we didn't have much money, so we always had to try to like swap our consoles over, or say you can borrow mine, I'll borrow yours, etc.
Yeah. I think we've said on some streams before. Normally with us, you'd get a console for either your birthday or Christmas, and that would be like your main present for like the next 5-6 years. And you might get the odd video game for like your birthday, and we would always be trading games in to get the newer games. So you'd end up trading like 4 or 5 games to get, the new Street Fighter or the new Mortal Kombat. And, some people managed to retain some of their collections, but a lot of us would have to, trade them all in to get new games and stuff. So yeah,
Or we had to rent them from video stores.
Yes.
Save up our pocket money for that. That was the good old times.
Or
Yeah.
you could have
Blockbuster.
got an Amiga and got X copy and just got loads of games for free.
That's
Not that I did
true.
that. I would never do that. You know, disgraceful. Piracy, disgraceful. I
no.
would never do that.
Backup. Backups are free.
Yeah. Backups are fine. Backups are perfectly legal.
That's what some people did with their PlayStation. They had backups.
They did. It was that. I remember that golden era
Yeah,
of
I did,
gaming when people
What?
had 2 disk drives in their PCs, and they would just rent a game over the weekend, and then that'd be it. They'd just burn it, and they'd have a copy, and it was like the Wild West at one point. You just couldn't believe it.
Not us though. We didn't do that. No way.
Of course we didn't. Well, I mean, I didn't have 2 disk drives, so I just had to.
No.
I didn't even have a computer back then, so I'm definitely innocent here.
It was that weird era just before we divulged too far. That weird era. I remember getting when we got our first computer at home, and I think it might have had like a gig of memory, and it was just, oh my god, we're into like gigabytes now. This is insane. And there's a specific episode of Games Master. I'll have to dig it out and send you the link, Teresa. There must be some new PC coming out that Christmas, and they're talking about the power of it, and you listen to it, and it is just laughable. And the PC was costing $3,000 at the time as well.
Oh my goodness.
It's crazy.
It's insane to see how far these things have moved on in sort of 20, 30 years that it's sort of all been around. But
1 megabyte of memory. Wow. One gig hard drive. Wow, this it can't get any better than this.
Exactly.
When the N64 had the 4 megabyte expansion pack, and it was mind blowing at that time, and now it's just laughable, isn't it?
Yeah.
It was. And there were some games that you had to have it for. Donkey Kong 64 needed it. Did Perfect Dark need it?
Yeah, if you wanted to play the extra content, yes. And Xena the Warrior Princess needed it, but we all know that's a rubbish game, so nobody really cared.
Good TV show though. Good TV show.
Yeah.
That is quintessential 90s, early noughties, that, isn't it? Xena the Warrior Princess.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, we have really deviated there to get onto Warrior Princess within 12 minutes. That is some going. That is some going. Okie dokie. So this next one can cause some discussion. It can cause controversy. It can cause all sorts of things. And that is, what is your favorite game and your favorite console? And the 2 things don't have to be mutually exclusive. So you can have a favorite game that's on the Super Nintendo, but your favorite console can be the Sega Saturn.
Well, we have to visit each era, don't we? Well, let's start with my favorite, the Mega Drive. So,
Let's do it.
one of my favorite games, a lot of people are going to say, it must be Sonic because I love Sonic. Yes, but there's one that beats it for me. That's Alien Soldier, which is a very rare game for the Mega Drive.
Okay.
My mother found it in the bargain bin for like £4.
Wow.
And she said, I'm so sorry, I was working overtime. Here's a present from me. Oh, it was the hardest game ever on the Mega Drive. Cool. Took me 7 years to get past 7 fours in that one. I just love the game because it's hectic and music's really good. And it was like the last game. I think it was the last game released for the system.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, so Mega Drive is definitely one of my favorite consoles. But I also love the Nintendo 64. I know a lot of people hate it because it's cartridge-based, but Ocarina of Time? Hello, that game is fantastic.
It's beautiful. It is arguably my favorite console of all time.
Yes, high five!
There are some incredible games on that system. I know Ben is shaking his head, but I mean, just looking up at there now, and you've said Ocarina of Time, Mystical Ninja, Banjo-Kazooie, Bomberman 64, Rugrats, all the sort of normal big hitters.
Donkey Kong 64 is phenomenal on that console as well. It's my favorite collectathon, that's for sure.
Yeah, and the games that are on it are loads of the games on it are completely unique to the system. You get the odd crossovers from things like Mortal Kombat and all the sort of ones that do generally cross over. But yeah, just looking at that library, it's insane. The N64 is superb. Oh, we will come on to
getting
that.
the rare games for that system is an absolute nightmare because the prices have really shot up for it. I mean, another console I really loved, and this is a heartbreaking story, is the Sega Dreamcast that almost never came to Norway.
Oh,
wow.
Almost.
Nearly did.
Yeah.
Somebody said to me Space World had an exclusive deal to sell it, which was a shop by them, but it was like only 1,000 copies or something. So, that did never come to Norway. Who who had the Dreamcast? None of my friends had it. We went to all the gaming stores. My mother said, look, my daughter wants Sonic Adventures. Do you have it? What Sonic Adventures? Is it on N64 then? No, there's no Sonic game on N64. I was heartbroken. Turns out they kind of forgot about Norway because back then they thought, too little people, not enough people. The market's not important.
Oh,
Sweden got it.
How dare they?
But when I was 15 or 14, my sister phoned me, said, quick, you gotta come to my house now. I got something to show you. Like, okay, so I jumped in the car of my mother and her husband or ex-husband back then opened the door. Come quick into the living room. There was a Dreamcast set up for me, ready to play with Sonic Adventure.
Wow.
It turns out his boss, because he used to work for Funcom, drove to Sweden, picked up the Dreamcast and gave it to him, and he gave it to me.
That's awesome.
That is amazing.
Wow.
You've got such lovely
Unbelievable.
stories of growing up with gaming.
I mean, that's what gaming is about, right? All the memories and lovely stories to share.
100%.
Absolutely.
Excellent. So, DeWild, are you in Canada? Have we made it to Canada?
Transatlantic. Wow.
That would be incredible if it is. Hello. So, out of all the consoles that you've had, do you have one that is just your favorite one that you think, oh, do you know what, that console is just like my little favorite? You just can't help yourself.
I have over 30 different consoles, but the top 3 is the Mega Drive, the N64, and the Dreamcast in those orders.
Wow.
That's a good selection. Sega heavy, but it's a good selection.
Maybe.
I would say Commodore 64, but it's more like a computer than a console. So yeah,
We could let you take that. We'll let you throw a Commodore in there as well.
Yeah, Commodore 64, CD32 as well. Don't forget.
Oh god, the CD bloody 32.
Is that the Amiga CD32?
Yeah.
I have that one. It's actually one of my regrets because I paid £300 for it, and
That's a
luckily
good
it's working. And I finally have one game for it, Simon the Sorcerer.
Yeah, very good. Very good game, that.
We need
Shocking.
You can pick up CD if you look on eBay. There's quite a few reasonably priced ones on eBay you can pick up.
All right, I'll do that.
Yeah.
You can also CDR it.
This is true. Oh man, what is it with the CD? CDI. There we go. Yeah, he's fine. Where is it with all these sort of like quirky little CD add-ons that people seem to really, really love?
Oh, the Mega CD is not bad, but I had no money for it as a kid because it costed more than the Mega Drive. I'm like, we
Crazy.
can't buy that. Same with the 32X. It's too expensive, and you need the system for the damn thing to work.
Yeah, that's crazy. We got Pole 79 there mentioning the Sega Pluto. 2 of those in existence. Was I'm presuming he was at OLL and managed to get his little hands on playing that, because that was
You actually met Paul. He was the gentleman with the kilt.
fantastic.
Oh, yes.
How are we doing? Yeah, you look nothing like your avatar picture there. Significantly less dog-like. But
He's actually one of my naughty moderators who gets me in trouble all the time.
Oh yeah. What does he do to get in trouble? What does he do?
Oh, I was once going to stream the new Crisis Core game from Final Fantasy VII, and the community said I had to do squats. My trousers ripped live on stream. Malbringer and Paul are like, you know what? Let's do this. So he threw in 100 bits and I got TTS. GM ripped his pants. GM ripped his pants continuously. And Smallbringer's like, let's make a music video out of this and put it on her YouTube channel.
amazing. I mean, it's hard to be mad at that. I mean, I think that's creative and
It's the most epic fail ever.
It's immortalized. We're gonna have to direct people to the video at the end. I
I'm
think.
sure I saw that the other day. Funny enough.
I have the original one and a 10-hour version. It's like, oh my god. There's another mod. There's a Raza 86. Watch out for him. He's the biggest troll of them all.
Calling everybody troublemakers.
Yeah.
Bring the trouble. Throw in your favorite Games Mistress stories into the chat. If you have them, get them in the chat.
Oh yeah, and yes, I do make sure I get plenty Barbie in my life. So Pow decided one day to be such a sweetheart and send me Barbie for the NES. I had to do a subathon of a god-awful game. And then he sends me the PlayStation version. I was stuck over 12 hours streaming that nonsense of a horrible game for the PlayStation. I had to dress up as Barbie and everything because that's what the mod said I had to do. And then one day he puts the icing on the cake. He sends me Sonic the Hedgehog for the NES.
Okay.
And that game is so terrible. The music makes your ears bleed. It's so buggy. It's a mess.
Not a favourite then. Not a favourite.
No.
Okay.
So Paul was put in the chat there that you play any game that you're gifted. Is that true?
Yes.
You play any game that you're gifted?
Yes, as long as it doesn't break TOS, I will.
Okay. Okay.
Interesting.
Yes, like I can think Dorbs is possibly having the same thoughts that I am. We're going to sort
Yeah.
of have to scour the internet, find some of the strangest, quirkiest, maybe awful games that we can find, and maybe gift one to you just to join in
Okay,
this.
I challenge you to that. On the deal is on.
Okay.
Any
Mr. Bean.
particular console? I can think of something.
Okay, just so you know, I have Superman 64 already. Spookish
Ugh.
gave that to me, and that game is so terrible. I'm like, what is this game? You're flying through onion rings,
Mr. Bean.
and you're flying by the power of farts. The game is just so bad.
Yeah, we could.
What
Ollie's
about-
suggesting Mr. Bean on the PS2 there. That is.
Yeah, I've got that one. I've got Alvin and the Chipmunks on the PS2.
Never heard of that one.
Oh, it's an
Terrible.
experience.
Experience. That's a good word. Sell it. Upsell it, Dobbs. It's an experience.
Mel B fitness thing on the PS3. That's pretty bad.
It's one of the Spice
Oh my
Girls.
goodness.
Yeah, one of the Spice Girls. I'm trying to think what other terrible ones I've got that I pulled out of the bag.
E.T. for Atari.
I do have that.
I
can't.
actually don't have that. People have been looking for it. They're like, we can't find it. Damn it. We want you to stream Atari ET. I'm like, is it really that bad?
With John
Yeah,
Riggs.
I have got it, but I can't bear to get rid of it. Unfortunately, it's too.
John
it's
Riggs
so- it's so bad.
unapologetically likes that game, doesn't he?
He does, yes. He said it, didn't he, in the thingy?
Yeah, like he genuinely likes the game. Everybody thinks it's terrible, and he's like, "No, it's a good game." You're like, "Yeah." Pretty much
Okay.
everyone else in existence disagrees, but okay, we can run with that.
Oh God, Bobsy 3D. Okay, Bobsy 3D is a much better game than Superman 64 and that god-awful Barbie Explorer game I had to play. We had a subathon for it. Was fun. We got to the very last level of the game before the time ended. It
Mhm.
was playable. You just got really quickly dizzy because the camera wasn't finished. And the 3D models are not done in that game. You see the original wireframe or whatever it's called.
Amazing. Just because I can
I've got
see
it,
it starring. Go for it, Dobbs.
Death Stranding on the PS4. I'll send you that. That's terrible.
How
I've never played
dare
it.
you?
Oh,
Death
it's terrible.
Stranding.
You're basically a
It's
courier.
not terrible. It's
It's that
not
walking
terrible.
simulator.
It is a
Yeah.
walking simulator, but it's
Pick
a
up
good
boxes and
game.
then go
Stop
walk.
saying it's a bad game, Dobbs. It's
It's
a good
awful.
game.
It's not. It's terrible.
Oh,
I
it's
have
not.
never played it, so I can't say if it's good or
Mel
not.
B.
Trust me, it's not.
Oh yeah,
It's
there's
a
a Spice.
good-
There's a Spice Game girl on a Spice Girls game on the PlayStation 1. Thank you, brain.
Yes.
Yes, try saying that 5 times fast.
Spice Girls game, Spice Girls game, Spice Girls.
I can see people in the chat there's a few things that are being starred. So if anybody has any questions for any of the panel or specifically has a question they would like to ask Games Mistress, do stick it in the chat. We'll give it a little star and we will we'll get to a point later in the show where we will try and run through as many of the starred questions as possible. Okay, so I'm definitely going to have to get my thinking cap on and find some terrible games that we can send you. It will be sent with love, of course, but
Okay, that's good.
also for just to we got to join in on this. That just sounds like too good an opportunity.
If you
I'll
send
play
it with
any
some
game I'm
Maltesers,
gifted.
I will forgive you.
Okay, we can sweeten that deal with Maltesers. No problem. Okay, before we dive into our next topic, just because I know Dorbs is going to want to know the answer to this. So you mentioned Crisis Core. Do you like the original Final Fantasy VII?
I have never played it.
Ooh, okay.
Remember, I didn't have a PlayStation growing up. I had to go to my friends to play it, and he didn't like RPGs. So
Okay.
RPGs came into my life around the Xbox era.
Dobbs is mate.
Right. Okay. We're me and Dorbs are divided on this. So it is my favorite game of all time, and Dorbs hates it.
Arasa
I
will
would say
love you because
hate's a strong word. I wouldn't say.
Okay.
Raza doesn't like it either. I think if I would stream it, he would burn my stream down and literally my computer with it.
What?
Yeah, it's garbage. It's garbage.
I mean, I've never played the original. I haven't played the remake, so I can't judge though.
Man.
I'll judge for you. It's terrible.
Arguably the greatest story ever told in video gaming.
No.
Okay,
I thought
let's
people
move.
would love Final Fantasy X because people were going nuts when that game came out.
Yeah, that is also a good game, but that is the first game where they started going really linear. We've said this so many times, Rick. We genuinely think we should get Dawes to do a stream of Final Fantasy VII for charity.
I will happily play it if someone donates to charity, to a cancer charity. I will happily play it.
Deal.
Okay, we can do that.
I don't know for how long.
Live.
I'll do it live. I'll commentate. I don't know how long I'll be able to stomach it for, but
You
I'll
got to
be
get
30
to it.
seconds knowing him.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, I'm bored.
gotta-
I'm bored now.
you've
Thanks,
gotta-
everyone.
You're gonna have to get to at least the end of the first disc.
How long is that going to take?
Oh no, don't answer that. The poor dog.
somewhere-
No.
Somewhere between an extended version of one of the Lord of the Rings movies and all three of the original trilogy extended version. Somewhere in between that territory, which is quite a long amount of time.
I'll start digging your grave.
Yeah, I'll help you.
That's true. That's true. We did make Tim play FIFA just so that he could do that. So I think that would be a
Played
good...
FIFA, didn't
He did. It was a whole street. Me and Tim don't know anything really about football. And Daub's got Tim, I think, almost every FIFA game for Secret Santa.
Oh my
for Christmas.
goodness, I feel sorry for him.
But Tim, he decided, I'm going to make a video where I play all the FIFAs and try and tell people from a non-football player's perspective what he feels the differences are. And it was very entertaining.
It
Very
was a good
entertaining.
video. Very good video. That was very funny.
Really, Araza? I just saw this question. He would play FIFA over Final Fantasy VII. Oh my goodness.
I mean, it's not often that words disappear from my mouth, but wow.
Holy moly! I never thought I would ever hear that.
I'm just looking up above my desk here. Above my desk, I have got not all of them. I'm missing one. I'm missing Sephiroth, but I've got all the original Extra Knights Final Fantasy VII figures all up there, boxed, lovely. How can you? Right, we're going to move on now. We can't keep coming back to this. It's all gonna descend into more madness than it needs to. Let's move on from Final Fantasy VII. Right. What games are you playing at the moment, excluding Xenocrisis? Because you had a stream of that the other day, which you are very good at, by the way.
I finished it today off stream, but I recorded it on for YouTube as proof. And that ending, I contacted Mike and I said, we need to talk right now. But currently, you mean off in my private life or my private time?
Anything. What games are you currently playing at the moment that you're getting a kick out of?
Power Wash Simulator, because I love that game. I'm playing Idol Slayer. Yes, I have a habit of playing Idol Slayer. I'm playing a mobile game called Friends and Dragons. And tomorrow I'll be playing Alicia Dragoon.
Ooh, how exciting.
And soon I'll be sacrificing my life for The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom.
I think this will be where you and Blunners bond very, very quickly.
Yeah.
High five!
Can't wait for that game.
Same.
Yeah, Blunners he's live and we're in and we're not getting the stuttering
as well.
This is another thing. Blunners will have to show you his amiibo collection. He's got every amiibo, every amiibo.
It's insane.
I've also played. I have that one complete in box. I have the limited edition. I won an auction, never opened. I'm not going to open it either.
Yeah,
that's amazing.
It's amazing. I was trying to level it up because when you use it
a lot. Sorry, you dropped out. No.
Do you want to get a bit of pen and paper?
Hold up a sign, Blunners. Hold up a sign.
Okay, say it again.
It's doing my head. No, I just said that I was using it because the wolf gives you more hearts if you.
Yeah, that's true.
Wii U.
And you also have the wolf pet who joins you.
He has 3 hearts. Yeah.
Amazing. No, Blunders is our resident Zelda fan. Zelda guru. He's he has.
We
he
have
has
to talk
plowed
more
many
Zelda because I love Zelda.
Yeah, that's got to be
Classic.
done.
Classic.
It's something I'm going to have to put on the back burner. I think I'm not going to get to Zelda until the summer, which I'm pretty gutted about, if I have to say. But I'm just
How can
looking at
you say that?
I've got a whole bunch of games that I've had on the back burner whilst I try and catch up with some
Bad
other stuff.
excuse. Bad excuse.
It is a bad excuse. It is a bad excuse.
It is a bad excuse. Paul.
I've recently just started Witcher 3 again on PS5. I've got the new physical version for that because I never got to play the DLC on the PS4, so I figured may as well play through that again. So that's just going to be, I think that's going to take me up until the summer. I think with all the
True.
extra
I
bits.
was playing Shadowrun on the Super Nintendo as well. I forgot about that.
Nice.
That was a very cool game. I mean, it's very cool because it was very different for its time. Really hard, but really fun figuring out what you have to do.
Yeah. I mean, I know we said excluding Xenocrisis, but I would like to get my N64 down a bit more permanently at the moment, so I could be doing Xenocrisis on N64 because that port is delightful.
I have to say the controls on the N64 are the best of all the versions I've played so far. The Mega Drive is a bit
100%.
difficult because of the 6 buttons and you have to find a dodge button. The Dreamcast had a bit of delay with dodging. The N64 was spot on.
Oh, fantastic.
Yep. I adored that N64 port. The controller, I know people whinge about the controller. I like the controller. But the controller lends itself perfectly. There you go. See, I even just, get in is that the Brawler?
That is the retro bit one.
It's
Very nice.
And
having
the analog
that.
stick doesn't get worn out at all. The only thing is you need a D-pad. You have to have an awkward way to get to it.
Yeah. But having the C buttons be your direction of fire and then having the bomb and the dodge directly underneath that without having to use a shoulder
that's
button.
a blessing.
So
really,
good.
it's a blessing. And the game, I know the graphics are a bit more muddy because it's not scarred, but the game is so responsive and it even has voice acting for the N64 and the voice is crisp clear. It's not like Shadow Man, like bit muddled down. It's impressive for a cartridge-based game.
Yeah, I do love it a lot. Love it a lot.
We are lucky because, as I said before, we are one of the first who covered that game, which is really awesome.
Yeah. So there we go. People
Exclusive.
dive on both channels for some coverage there of Xenocrisis on N64. Excellent. So
So I was just thinking of Total Recall.
with 3 hands. Yes, 3 hands. Okie dokie. So we became aware of your online presence through the wonderful world of Twitch. So tell us a little bit about Twitch. How did you get into streaming on Twitch?
All right, so this is a very hardcore story. I will try to TLDR it a bit down. So I have a very nasty illness, which actually put me into hospital for 4 days. I was in critical health, but they managed to stabilize me. Then I could finally leave again. And I lost all motivation because when your body almost goes through that and almost passes away, it goes into this anxiety state. So I lost motivation to do stuff. And Smartbringer said, "You should stream on Twitch." I'm like, "No, what should I do there? I don't do streaming." So he got me to stream Minecraft. So I did that at the beginning. I'm like, yeah, okay, Minecraft is fine, but it's not really my thing. And I did marbles. And then I thought, what can I do that nobody else does? Hang on, I have my retro consoles. I still love them because I prefer that over modern gaming. Let's do Retro Friday. So Smartbringer got me an upscaler, a Nedis, which was the first upscaler, and we were streaming from original hardware. We even had the console cam back then, and people really enjoyed that.
Mm-hmm.
At the end of that year, I stopped all modern gaming and jumped right into retro gaming on original hardware. So that was basically him who tried to motivate me to do something again after the horrible hospital experience.
That's an awful start, but a wonderful end.
Yeah.
That's great.
And it's amazing.
Yeah.
Go on, Dobbs.
That's sort of like, gone from like unbelievably bad to really nice. It's happy ending.
Yep, kinda. And today my health is doing so well. I'm no longer medication.
Which is even better.
Brilliant. That's good.
Even better. And for people that maybe people can see your gamer tag there, if they search that, they'll be able to find you on Twitch. Are you one of these people that's got a really good structure? So do you have like a routine that you stream in? Are there particular days people can catch you, or
Yes,
are you
I
just kind of an
stream
as and when?
every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday from 4 p.m. UK time. And I sometimes do bonus evening streams where we focus on puzzle games or extra games. And I call it streams after dark because I kind of turn it more into 18 plus mode, if you like, but still following the TOS.
My name is Teresa. Or game
Oh,
Mistress, if you
no.
prefer.
Dorb's
I'm a
got the
retro
video, the
enthusiast,
intro going
a
there.
retro streamer.
Let me just pause that quick.
Sorry, everybody.
We are live.
Yeah, it shows it's live.
Metro
I'm not logged in.
Prime
I'm not logged in.
remaster.
Yep, I love Metroid a bit.
That was a good game. A
Really so do
good
I.
game.
Yeah,
They fixed
very
those
good.
funky controls on that one nicely.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
Um,
Xenocrisis. There we go.
So yeah, so people can catch you. Is that Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays?
Correct.
Excellent. And what can people expect from you streaming at the moment? I know that you've said that you've been doing Xenocrisis at the moment. Is there something you're going to be streaming on, or is that sort of under wraps? Can you not tell us yet?
I am going to try that in a future evening stream when I'm more relaxed, because the thing is, streaming it by yourself is easier because you don't have to keep an eye on the chat all the time. But what you guys can expect in the future, tomorrow I'll be streaming Alicia Dragoon, Final Vendetta, because I got a limited edition now of that game.
Yeah.
And we will have a subathon soon where I have to play Barbie games. Yay!
So
Well,
I thought
Games planned for that. I got Barbie Supermodel for the Mega Drive. Please help me. And I got they say
Sounds
it's
good
the
game.
best Metroidvania ever. It's like Barbie Princess for the Game Boy Advance.
amazing. A Barbie Metroidvania style game. I mean, I'm in.
That sounds perfect. Yeah, it's supposed to be a bad game, but it sounds quite good. So
Yeah, people say it's one of the best. I'm like, how can that be better than Metroid or Castlevania? Let's be honest.
well, we'll find out. We'll find out soon. We will find out.
Yes.
I thought you were going to be streaming Barbie games to sort of tie it into the fact that the Barbie movie is coming out. I didn't realize it was because people had just gifted you tons of crap Barbie games. I
You
thought
know
there was
what?
like
I
I
didn't
thought there was a
know
purpose
either.
to it.
And chat said to me, by the way, the Barbie movie is coming out soon. Good idea streaming Barbie for your subathon. I'm like, how long are we going to be sitting here next time? Oh, that's aimed for 24 hours. Like, oh crap.
Amazing. That Barbie movie looks really good. I'm sorry, but it does.
Well.
What was that, Dorbs?
You can do Death Stranding soon as well.
It's a good game. It's a good game.
And I might even stream a bit Tears of the Kingdom, but the problem is streaming a brand new game. A lot of people be saying, no, we don't want to see that, spoilers. Because a lot of people ask me, and ironically, the ones who ask me are also the ones saying we don't want spoilers. I'm like, make up your mind.
Yeah, it's difficult, isn't it? Because something like that is going to have, there's going to be some big sort of reveals in the story for that kind of thing. It's, you've got to sort of play that one a bit safe, haven't you? Especially if there's people sort of playing it. But if people are asking for it, then yeah, why not?
I tend to wait for a few weeks for the hype to dive down, because a lot of what I said, the smaller streamers do the mistake, like, oh, I just have to play this game and everyone will love me. But yeah, you'll be pushed down so far in a directory, no one's going to find you anyway. So good luck.
So is Twitch your prominent sort of platform online, or can people find you on other platforms as well?
So you can find me on Twitch, YouTube, Instagram. I have a different tag there. It's the Game Mistress, because my username was taken. I don't want to even guess who took it. And let's see, Instagram, Twitch, YouTube. I'm even on TikTok, but I don't know what I'm doing there.
Oh, Blunners can tell you all about TikTok.
Blunners is our TikTok guy.
He is. He's the TikTok expert.
It's basically short videos. It's like shorts. It's like YouTube Shorts.
Yeah.
So which one is better, TikTok or YouTube Shorts?
TikTok, because more people on it.
Right.
But
Okay.
YouTube Shorts, you can get subs from. So yeah.
So you basically can just make the same video and upload to both places, right?
Sometimes, yeah. Sometimes. Although Blunners has got a much better way of taking the videos that would be on the YouTube Shorts, and he puts all kinds of funky GIFs over them and some music that doesn't seem to get banned on YouTube. And
I should just give TikTok access to my mods, and they can do what they want with it. I'm sure they'll put my pants ripping adventure there if they could.
They probably would, yeah. It's probably on there. It's probably already on there somewhere.
Oh my goodness.
That might even be the first thing that comes up if that happens. So yeah, mods in the chat. Are you going to pester Games Mistress to allow you to take over her TikTok? Let's see if we can get that campaign going.
Yes.
Excellent.
They're welcome to, because I don't know what I'm doing there.
The content that you pop up on YouTube, is it different to the content you put on Twitch, or is it similar?
It's both similar and different, because on YouTube I also do gaming guides, like for modern games. Like I do comparisons, like for Sonic the Hedgehog, I compare Master System, Mega Drive, or PAL versus NTSC. I review games. I do Kickstarter campaigns. No, not the campaigns, but I review the campaigns. I play the demos. I also do repair of my consoles, because they break down a lot since they're used all the time. So I do videos how to fix them. I do guides. And sometimes I even show some modern games, depending what's hot.
Mm-hmm.
So
Excellent.
it is mostly retro focused as well. And I also do like I share like my personal journey, like how I buy retro games. I offer advice there because it's a really expensive market, and I don't want people to get scammed.
Yeah, it is expensive.
Yeah. No, I mean, that sounds like a really, really good thing to be doing, because you're right. It is becoming, or it has become, for some people, it's almost a rich person's hobby if you really, really want to deep dive in on it. But yeah, there are definitely still some ways to sort of keep your collections going and get some good bargains out there. So yeah, but I'm all for ideas of channels sharing the knowledge and sharing ideas as to how they go around. Oh, singing random songs on games, both on Twitch and YouTube.
Random song.
When there's a good tune, I start to make songs like a poem. I just rhyme, and sometimes they can be like with the Mario 3 song, "Have you ever seen my bum? It was taken by the sun." Just random stuff, because I'm trying to focus, and I don't even know I'm doing this, and the chat is just going ballistic, like, "Oh my goodness!" And they all join in. Of course, only saying the lewd stuff I said of the song.
Well, those are the only bits that people remember.
Yeah, of course they do. Yeah, no one remembers the other lyrics, do they? Let's face it.
Of course you don't. It's like when you hear, well, we're not going to say the lyrics, but when you hear the rude version of the Out Here Brothers, boom, 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 or boom.
Exactly what I was thinking of, funny enough.
As soon as you hear that as a kid, your brain just never goes back, and you never remember the original lyrics ever. Okie dokie. So we got to meet in person at OLL 23. Now, lots of people have done videos about OLL 23. Lots of people have been talking online about OLL 23, and yeah, how did you feel about the event? Because I think me and Dorbs had an absolute fucking blast.
Brilliant, loved it.
It ended too soon.
It did, didn't it? It really did feel like it kind of came and went very quickly. It was a really good weekend that literally started on the Friday and didn't finish until the Sunday. It was
one of my favorite events I ever went to, because I met wonderful people, including you guys. We made so much new friends. It was just so mind-blowing. It was the first time I was on stage, and I was so terrified.
You didn't appear terrified at all.
Yeah, it's maybe because I was raging in a crazy taxi.
There's that part of me that wishes that we'd had Crazy Taxi. We might have.
But then I think the game we had was more of a bit of a laugh.
It was funny.
Yeah,
it was definitely funny. But yeah, I think you've just hit the nail on the head there. We kind of went down hoping we'd be able to hang out with some people that we'd met and spoken to online a little bit, and maybe make some new friends, and that is literally exactly what happened. Literally on the Friday night, I think you might have even been one of the first people who we didn't know that we spoke to, and that was it. We just spoke to you the whole weekend. It was great fun, really, really good.
Oh yeah, and Dorbs even got hugs.
He did. He said he didn't, but he did.
I don't recall that.
You did. Too much alcohol, mate. Too much alcohol. It was I think if you could summarize OLL 23 with a hug, I think that would be my favorite way to describe it. There was a lot of love from a lot of people. Everybody sort of really just enjoying the atmosphere, and
everyone was just so sweet. There was no drama, no nothing. Everyone was just so kind to each other.
Yeah, and hopefully that will continue into OLL 24, and also I can see ours in the chat there still. Mr. Games Re-Up. There's the Nottingham. What's the official name for it? I'll stick it in the chat. The Nottingham
Video Games Expo.
Nottingham Video Games Expo in July.
I wish I could go. I'm trying to find a loophole. Maybe I can go and just appear there as a surprise, but I'm like, I don't even know I'm going to be at that time. That's the problem.
Yeah.
We're still waiting for our invite, so.
Oh, don't be a knob, Dobbs.
Still waiting for our invite.
He does that, doesn't he?
Shocking behaviour.
I'm hoping we get invited. That's all I'm saying. But...
Dobbs is what's commonly known in the UK as a wind-up.
I'm not a wind-up at all. I'm not a wind-up at all.
Yes. So for people that have maybe missed OLL 23 and need a little bit of love in their life before OLL 24, Nottingham Video Games Expo in July. Definitely get your asses over there. Teresa, we'll get you over. We'll have to figure out a way to get you over.
Yes, please. And I'll be giving a lot of hugs, because a lot of people don't know it, but I'm a huge hugger. I love giving people hugs because it makes them feel better and people get happy.
Exactly. Hugs are great.
Very much so. Yes.
So can we expect you at OLL 24? Will you be coming over?
Definitely.
Yeah.
No hesitation. Definitely. Love it.
Yeah. No, it was a great event. So hopefully when stuff gets announced for 24, we'll be able to hook up again, make some stuff work, and it's going to be a lot of fun, I think.
Oh yes, I would love to go to all the conventions, but my biggest challenge is the flight tickets, because I live in a small ocean apart on a different island. No, actually it's not an island. I don't know if Norway is an island or not, but the thing is, the prices have gone so insanely up. It's not like it is 100 quid for a flight anymore. It can, like before was like 20, 30 quid if you're lucky. If you're unlucky, it can be £500.
That's crazy. It's
That
not
is
even
so
surely
much
it's not even a long flight, is it? Surely.
That's like only 1.5 hours from Norway, 2.5 from Sweden.
Yeah.
That's madness.
Yeah.
Yes, have a stand.
Malringer, we have to go to Nottingham. Make it happen.
We'll make it work. We'll get a campaign. We'll get a hashtag going. Games Mistress in Nottingham. We'll make it.
That'd be awesome, because I really want to go. I love to go to these events.
Yeah, we'll make it work. We'll make it work. I don't know how, but we're going to make it work. We'll make dreams come true. Like we're an old 90s TV show, like Challenge Annika or something. We'll get you to Nottingham Video Games Expo. Okay. So, because I can still see Mr. Rick Waller is in the chat there, we're going to move on to our last two topics. And that is our part of the show we call Waller's Remasters. And this is in dedication to our good friend, Mr. Rick Waller, who is in the chat there. Yep. He came on our show last year and we asked him to name some games that he thought would deserve a remake or a remaster. And he came up with some fucking quirky titles to the point where we thought this has got to be a regular feature now. And ever since then,
he suggested
it has been.
Plumbers wear ties.
Yeah.
So we'll hand it over to you, Teresa.
So random.
You can have up to 3 games that you think either need just a remaster, so a new lick of paint, or a complete remake. And these predominantly could be old games for a modern audience.
For the love of God, please remaster Alien Soldier and finish the damn game, because the game we got was only 25% done. We didn't get all the levels, all the boss fights. It took the story out. Finish the game and give it to us today, please. Thank you very much. Which else deserves a remaster is the entire Soul Reaver series.
The entire Soul Reaver series.
Oh, wow.
Stop making the games. Yes, thank you. That needs a remaster. Amazing because game. They went crazy on the story, and Defiance, it just had an open ending, never to be finished again.
Oh.
So either remake the whole series or make a game that ties everything together, please.
Okay, very passionate answers there, and also that was one of Mr. Waller's picks, wasn't it? So,
I'm thinking for the third one. Give me a moment. Let's see. A game that says a remake or remaster, either for modern or retro consoles. Give me a moment. I'm not gonna say Sonic Boom because I can just go underneath a carpet for all I care. It was a remaster that failed. A remake? No, it was a reboot that failed. Wasn't
Barbie.
good. Barbie.
Yeah.
Oh God!
Barbie on the NES.
Yeah. Okay, we're doing this. Let's remake Barbie Export for the
How would
PlayStation
you
and
make
make
it
it
better?
good because it's so horrible.
It's the
The
perfect
controllers don't work. The hitboxes are way off. I don't know what's it called. Like the 3D models, like how far you have to jump on them. They just like it. Nothing makes sense in that game. Can we just please remake that game and make it good, and maybe remove Barbie and put a different character in there, please?
Oh, I don't know. They could
It's not
model it
Barbie
on
anymore.
Margot Robbie's Barbie.
Well, Barbie, just be some, plain,
They should-
Cindy.
plain Dolly.
Yes.
indeed.
Or Bratz dolls, I don't know.
They
Bratz
should
dolls,
re-
LOLs.
Okay, a game that really deserves a remake. Another one from Treasure is Mischief Makers. That was a phenomenal game on the N64, and
Yes.
sadly, I mean, it was perfect. There was a beginning and ending. I would love to see another game or just a modern remake out of it, or Panzer Dragoon Saga.
Yeah. Yeah. Mischief Makers is something that would sit really nicely on the Switch, right?
Yep.
It kind of
Yeah.
feels like it's like begging for that.
Yeah.
Again, Mischief Makers is up there, and it's that is exclusive to N64, isn't it?
Yes,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I still have shake in my head.
It's the first thing I think of whenever anyone says
It's also
Mischief
a
Makers.
lewd game. Actually, it's very lewd, and people didn't catch up on that. You know the old professor who built I forgot what her name is, the robot. He actually used it for other ideas which I can't mention or we're all gonna get banned.
Tell us
Oh,
offline.
Fantasy Star 4, actually Erasmus, right. Fantasy Star 4 is a
Yeah.
phenomenal game. I wish the series would be remade as well.
Yeah,
Can't
to
have
be
it.
able to-
I mean you got Fantasy Star Online, but it's not the same thing.
No. I
No,
think
it's
Faith
not.
plays that quite a lot. I'm
Mm.
sure Retro Faith plays Fantasy Star Online lots and lots.
She does. She still plays it on the Dreamcast as well, doesn't she? Or GameCube.
Yeah.
Oh wow, I have
Yeah.
it on the GameCube, but
the
I
first
love the
game I went
fourth one
online
for
with.
the Mega Drive because it has the best soundtrack for an end boss ever.
Mm.
And that boss is brutal. No matter how strong you are, if you're unlucky, it will one-shot you and you're dead.
Mm.
Brutal. Brutal.
Yeah, but the music makes up for it. The music's like, oh dear, I think we're gonna face the devil itself. Yep, you are. Have fun dying.
So, our other topic that we like to ask people now is also called Liam's Love to Hate. And this is in dedication to Liam, is it McGuff?
Yes, McGough.
Making sure I pronounce his surname correctly. Liam McGough, who started talking on our show about games that he just knew were terrible, but he just couldn't stop playing. So, are there any games that you know they're terrible games, but there's just that part of you that just can't let it go? You can't stop playing it. You know it's terrible, but it's like it's like Stockholm syndrome. You just go back.
Yes, so when I was a kid, I hate that game now. I won't touch it anymore. I loved X-Men Wolverine Adamantium Rage. That game is really dog poop terrible. But as a little me, I just love completing it as fast as possible because I had issues as a kid, obviously. But not
Amazing.
anymore, luckily. Something happened. I grew up and I have gotten common sense, which is a good thing.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of the game that was on. It was on PS3 and 360, and then it got a sequel on the Switch. Is it Deadly Premonition? Is that the one I'm thinking of? Let me quickly Google this. Talk amongst yourselves. We are live.
Dude, I have to think of
Let
terrible
me-
games I play, even though they're bad. I mean, I love a game on Steam called There's Poop in My Soup.
Sorry, there's poop in your soup.
Basically, you're a little
Is
kid.
that a real
You
game?
throw
Is
dog
it-
poo at people, and they crash into each other, and they scream, and the whole world explodes because they get so disgusted.
Right, I'm googling this to see. There's poop in my
Wow.
soup. So there is.
Poop in my
Yeah,
soup.
it's a guilty pleasure of mine. It's hilarious. My sister gave it to me. I'm like, okay, I gotta play. It's like, oh dear lord, this game is
Oh.
actually hilarious.
I've never heard of
Okay.
that game. But yes, there is a. Yeah, okay. I'm not too sure what to say about that. There's poop in my soup. Okay.
There's,
funny.
there's a little part of me that really doesn't want to Google that because I know what the internet's like. It's a dirty,
Yeah.
filthy
Yeah,
place.
put
to
it on
go.
Steam. Just Google it. Just put the name on Steam, and you're safe.
You can
Okay.
download it for Windows. It's given me an option to download it. It's got pros and cons. So Cons: limited number of levels make for a short game. That's a shame. And some character designs rely on offensive stereotypes. Okay.
Oh yes, Poopy Pigeon. That
Yeah.
is, but that game is not terrible. That game is fun. I mean, you're a pigeon who poops on cars and they explode. Who doesn't love that?
Yeah, sounds great. I can't.
It's a Commodore 64 game.
Yeah, that sounds good. I like that.
And the best part of the game is the music, because when you die, they have made the best death march ever in history. It is so dramatic. And you see like the skeleton or the soul of the pigeon is going up and then he dies. Like, oh my God, this is like the best thing ever. So even dying is rewarding because the music is so dramatic suddenly. Like, it's a very simple sound tune, but then suddenly the Commodore 64 comes to life. You see this hardcore Commodore MIDI file that plays of the Death March.
I think we're going to have to do a stream on this as well, Dorbs. You can do Final Fantasy VII and your reward will be
Poopy
this
Pigeon.
poopy game.
Is that a reward?
Potty
I think
Pigeon
it
it's
is.
called, yeah.
I don't really
I
know
think
if that's
it
a
will be.
reward. That's more punishment.
Okay. Okay. Well, I mean, those are definitely some games that we've never heard of before. So that's enlightening.
I'm glad I could do that.
Always.
Yeah.
Before we get to some of the starred questions that people have asked in the chat, I believe Mr. Dorbs would like to see if he can use your translation skills for something.
Okay.
Oh yeah. So there's probably two parts to this actually. I'm hoping you can speak Norwegian.
Yes, I can. I'm actually I have Norwegian nationality in me.
Okay, excellent. So there's two parts to this. So I'm going to put a phrase on here, and I want you to
Put it to the
translate it.
test. Put it
And
to the test.
if you get a bonus point if you can tell me where it's from. Okay.
Oh my God, wonderful.
Okay. Right. Let's go.
What's in the box?
Should I read it out loud as well for fun?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, do it.
Det til helvete kom dere vekk, dere er ikke en bikkje, det er en slags ting. Det imiterer en bikkje, det er ikke virkelig. Kom dere vekk, idioter.
Okay, I can see idiot. I can see idiot there. But,
Okay.
for those who don't, obviously, me and you.
There'll be a lot
speak
of swearing. Do you want me to translate that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, because you can't direct translate Norwegian. Oh, for fuck's sake, get the hell out of here. That's not a dog. It's a thing. It doesn't imitate a dog. It's not real. Get away, you idiots.
Very good. Very good. And for a bonus point, can you tell me what film that's from?
I don't watch Norwegian films.
It's not Norwegian. It's not Norwegian.
And can I phone someone up? No, just kidding.
I'll give you a clue. You've
friend.
just one part of that. You've just said the actual name of the film. The name of the film is in that phrase that you just read out.
It's not a dog.
No, very close.
It's
That's
the thing.
actually
The
from-
thing. Is it the thing?
It is the thing. It is the thing. Well done. Very good. Very good. So yeah, that's a little bit of fun we have there.
You
so.
know what? It's so funny to see that, because that's Bokmål, by the way. You gave me a Bokmål. We got two languages in Norwegian. We got Nynorsk and Bokmål. And you gave me a Bokmål paragraph, which is really interesting.
Oh, okay. I've just Googled it and it come up with this one. So.
Oh, okay.
What's the difference between the two?
We say ikke in Bokmål and ikke in Nynorsk. And we have a way to end the sentences. Like when Nynorsk use a lot of A in the end, while Bokmål uses E in the end.
Okay.
I'll show you an example. Hei, ja, jeg heter Teresa. Or in Nynorsk, hei, jeg heter Teresa.
Okay.
You can hear a bit of a difference.
Yeah.
It's the pronunciation and the grammar's really different.
I think Dorbs was keen to see how that translated, because isn't this is right at the beginning of the film, you said?
It is basically, yeah. So it's the beginning of the film. The helicopter's chasing a dog, shooting at the dog. They go to the American base. The dog runs in basically past the American people, and the bloke gets out of the helicopter and starts shouting in Norwegian. And basically, if you're obviously like me and you speak fluent Norwegian, it ruins the film for you, because he basically tells you what the film's about.
Do we have another one?
Oh, go on.
I think Teresa's asking if you have another one.
Oh, do I? No, I've only got that
Yeah.
one. I'm afraid.
Aww,
Sorry.
that's okay.
But no, that's good. Yeah, I enjoyed that. Very good. No, thank you for that. Thank you for taking.
No,
part in this.
likewise.
Okay, so before we look to close off, we have got some starred questions in the chat there from people. So this is your last chance, people. If you have some questions you want to throw in the chat, please feel free to. So let's start with Mr. Tim. Hopefully this will bring him some joy while he's not very well. What are some of the most notable games that you have been gifted? And notable, we'll say you can take that with as much grain of salt as you want. It can be notable because it's terrible or notable because it's good.
Oh, I do have a few. I just have to think back now. So, for my birthday, Araza gave me a mint condition of Landstalker because I only had the German version and it died on me and I was heartbroken. And because I lost my save file and Araza found the English version of it. And he also found a working version of Rise, also complete in box. And there's another game, and Ranger X. Ranger X is a very, very uncommon game, and I was looking for a game for years, and that was gifted to me, and I was blown away. And the last one was also Castlevania Bloodlines.
Oh, nice.
It's all good.
Very
And
nice.
all the horrible games, well, that's Barbie and Superman 64.
I've got to ask, though, the Superman 64, did they at least have the courtesy to send you the box? Or
No.
was it
No.
cartridge only as well?
It's just a
Oh,
car. Oh,
So that's been in the cat toilet for a few times. I made a YouTube video where I actually threw it in the cat toilet because I got sick and tired of it. Sad to say the cats didn't want to use their toilet that night.
Oh.
So even the cats know it's terrible.
Mm.
Okay. Next question is from Mr. Jarvis, and that is there a game that you have played and always wanted to finish, but you never have?
Yes, there's a few, and I'm just trying to remember if I finished it or not. No, I actually did finish that on stream in the end. It took me a long time. As a game I played on stream, I haven't finished. Well, yes, Forspoken I haven't finished yet, sadly, because I didn't have time, because I was traveling to OL and everything. I streamed that, I had a lot of fun. I was been playing it offline, and sadly I didn't get to finish it. And some retro games would be Shadowrun. That game is brilliant, but the thing is, it's a very, very long game. And the thing is with Twitch, if you play games like Chrono Trigger, which is phenomenal, but if you take too long, your audience is going to dip away because they have to be there all the episodes. And if you miss a stream with an RPG, people are going to be like, no, I'm not going to bother anymore.
Yeah, I can feel that. Wow. Okay. So I hope Mr. Jarvis gets the answer there. We have one from Mr. Powell. What consoles do you have, and what consoles do you feel is missing from your collection?
Let's start with all the consoles I have. I have a Commodore 64, Amiga 500, NES, Famicom, Super Famicom, Super Nintendo, the American Super Nintendo, which is called the Terminator, Transformer, whatever. I have the Famicom Twin Shop Duo, whatever it's called. You know, the Twin Shop Famicom. Yeah. I also have the Super Famicom Junior. I have the Nintendo GameCube. I have the Nintendo 64, the Japanese American Nintendo 64. I have the Nintendo GameCube, the Wii and Wii U, Switch, that covers everything Nintendo. Handhelds, I have the Game Boy Color, Game Boy Advance, SP, not the Advance, sadly. Nintendo DS and 3DS, and we also have a Game Gear, but not the second one.
Yep.
On Sega side, I have Master System 1 and Master System 2, Mega Drive, MK1, MK2, and now I have I also have the Japanese Mega Drive coming my way now, complete in box, which I'm looking forward. Thanks to Grassomaniac, he found it for me in Japan. Oh, yeah. I have the 32X. I have the Mega CD. Sadly, not the MK1 of that. I have the Saturn MK1 and MK2. I have the Dreamcast, and one of them, I don't bother about the region because I have a boot CD that I can play any region, so it's no problem with that. PlayStation, I got PlayStation 1, the small one, the PS1 or whatever they call it. I got PlayStation 2, the small version of that, PlayStation 3, the small version of that, PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5. Now, more for an Xbox, I have original Xbox Crystal Edition, Xbox 360, and I stopped with that because I play mostly on PC now. And now for the more rarer consoles, I have a PC Engine, and soon I have a PC Engine 2 Duo, the CD-ROM one coming my way, also complete in box in Japan. I have a very special is it the Amstrad console that was a big flop? You know, the white one, the GX 4800, whatever it's called.
Very vaguely, yes.
That's the one
Vaguely, no.
I have that complete in box. I also have, oh my goodness, the Amiga CD32.
Yes.
Dobbs'
best
favourite.
out of that.
The Philips CDI VHS lookalike. I have that one. And the ones I wish I had is a Neo Geo, but that one is so expensive. I even want the Neo Geo CD. I wish I had that one, and I wish I had the. There's another one from Philips. Oh, hold on, I'll just Google it because that's one I really want. And I keep the what?
It's not CDI, is it? Philips CDI? No.
I have the Philips CDI. See the Philips consoles. There was another one from Philips. Not the Neo Geo. I can't remember what it's called, but
The Gold Star was that basically a CDI? I'm sure Philips did something called a Gold.
Two different
Star.
versions of CDI, I think. I think it was two different versions. There's one that actually looked like a console and one that looked like a CD player, basically.
Yeah.
I also forgot to say I have an Atari 2600. I don't know why I forgot that. Let's see.
Sorry, Jaguar? You not got a Jaguar?
I don't have the Jaguar, no, but I don't know what to do with it because it's okay. It's the Freedio I want.
Freedio.
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 Yeah. So those are the ones I really would love to have. It's the Freedio, the Neo Geo, and the Sega Nomad because that never came out here.
Mm.
And it'd be so cool to have the Panasonic GameCube.
GameCube, yeah. I want that.
Yeah.
I have already three different GameCubes, 3 different colors, and I got a very special modified GameCube, which was tailored
Orange.
by an engineer to make for me, so it can play. It's a very special one. I haven't unboxed it yet.
Ooh. Look forward to seeing that then.
That's going to be a YouTube exclusive, that one, because it's basically was an engineer in Japan who said, I want to make you something special. I'm going to make you a GameCube. You choose the color and the light combination, and it's very special. It's like a Raspberry Pi GameCube, but it is an original GameCube. It's been modified to the extreme.
Nice.
Very
I look
nice.
forward to seeing that.
Yeah.
And we've got one more question here as well. And this one, I mean, this Attack the Backlog has decided that I think they want to pull a pin out of a grenade and just moonwalk
rhetorical
away.
question, that isn't it?
I mean, this is retro question: Super Mario World or Donkey Kong Country?
Super Mario World.
Neither. Next.
Neither.
The thing is, I love Donkey Kong Country, but I want to throw my control at the screen when I play because it's so unfairly difficult.
It is a challenging game. Yeah, the kart levels are killers.
Yeah.
I would have to go Mario World as well, purely just because I love Mario. I can't.
It's the first game I also played. I mean, Donkey Kong Country, I played late on the Game Boy, and I have deep regrets.
Mm-hmm. Hey, Seren is in the chat. That's my daughter, by the way. That's my
Aww.
little one.
Hello, evening,
Just
Sarah.
give her a little heart. Why not?
She's there. Make sure you've done your homework. Yeah, it's difficult, isn't it? Because Donkey Kong Country, man, like Mario World is definitely going to be the one that I would have to pick out of that because it's Mario World. You just can't beat that as a platforming experience.
Yoshi's in it.
Exactly. The introduction of Yoshi. But that first time you put Donkey Kong Country into your Super Nintendo and you saw that game running, and my brain.
That's why we borrowed the Super Nintendo, that and Link to the Past.
Yep, there was something about that graphical jump on Donkey Kong Country where I just thought,
Shadak.
Oh,
that's the story.
Well, okay, we might have to enlighten.
Okay, so has anyone ever done debug mode in Sonic 2?
No.
Okay, so in debug mode, there is a RAM overflow glitch. If you spawn too many waterfalls, Sonic changes his color. I did a YouTube video about it, and I named it. I named it Blackhair the Hedgehog and Shadak the Hedgehog as a joke. The Sonic fandom flipped their minds because I did research. No one covered this bug. I thought, well, they did. They named an Azura the Hedgehog. I didn't know. They're like, that's not Shadak. That's Azura, you idiot! Rah! And I'm just like, thank you for the view.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, thanks for the views. Thanks for the comments.
Yeah.
Amazing. So yeah, Hunternaut is back to bring the Shadak to life. So he will forever be known now as Shadak.
That's a name anyway. Come on.
I feel like we need to make a stand here. I think we need to hashtag Shadak the Hedgehog to really bring this back, and Show that Sonic fandom who's boss.
Oh yes, I mean, annoying the Sonic fandom is the best hobby ever.
It's mad, isn't it, to think that the Sonic fandom could be that hardcore,
And
where they get that angry about things.
The person who made Ashura the Hedgehog says he wished people would forget about the name because it was a stupid joke. It's not even canon, but you know how fandoms are. They just lose their minds over anything.
They do. They do. You can't have objective conversations with anyone.
No,
Nope.
Ever again.
You can't.
Never again. Excellent. Well, we're tempted to. Yes, do it.
Yeah, do it.
Do
yeah.
it. The Game Mistress mod team.
Get it
Run
going,
in there.
get it
Let's get Shadak in there.
Shadak.
Hashtag Shadak. Teresa, it's been an absolute pleasure having you on. We've had you on for just over the hour that we always tell people we're going to have them on for, but it's been genuinely wonderful to have you onto our little slice of the internet and catch up with you as well. Because there was a big Games Mistress shaped hole in our lives when me and Dorbs came back from OLL. So
very sad. Very sad.
It's been delightful to speak to you again, and we'll keep in touch, and hopefully we can get you over to Nottingham, because it's got to happen. We got to find a way to make this happen. But yeah, so for anyone that can't see your tags there, people head on over to Games Mistress socials, get on all of that, give it likes, give it follows, give it subscribes, give it all the good stuff that it needs to do, because there is a plethora of wonderful content out there from Games Mistress for you to get involved with. Is there anything you want to plug at the moment? Is there anything special you've got coming up that you want to throw out there for people?
I'm going to say a bit about my streams. To those, I have always been a big advocate for animal welfare. I mean, you've seen some of my cats running in and out the camera here. I donate 20% of my entire revenue to animal shelters around the world because I hate it when animals get mistreated and I want them to have a better life. So that's another reason why I do content creation, because I want to help the animals. Yeah. And what is coming up soon, as I said, there's a subathon coming up on my Twitch, and I'll be streaming and probably cosplaying as Barbie. Yes, I'm going to buy a pink dress. I mean, I'm actually a goth. I only wear black or red, but yes, for that occasion, I'll try to find a pink dress just for that.
Is that going to be this Friday?
It's going to be in the next 2 weeks, I believe. I'll be updating Discord. I know you're on that Discord, so if not, I'll just harass you guys on DMs like, this is the subathon date.
Yes, do.
Make sure you do, 100%.
If you're cosplaying Barbie as well, then that's got to happen.
That is actually always part of the milestone, depending what we get. And last time we had to cosplay as Barbie and watch the horrible Michael Jackson movie on Discord. Yay!
Oh, wow.
Which horrible Michael Jackson movie is that?
What's it called again?
Moonwalker.
It's not horrible as in bad, but horrible like and weird.
He changes into the car. Oh, amazing.
And to the mecha and his relationship to the kids, like you're saying, why didn't you just walk into the pub and say hi? I don't know, Michael. You have gangsters in there shooting at each other. That's not a safe place for a child.
This is true. It is weird. It is true. It is a weird movie.
I've not seen it for a while, but I remember him turning into a car. I remember that.
Never questioned it as a kid.
At the end, robot, huh?
Yeah,
the
big
last
robot.
scene turns violent when he turns into mech and just kills everybody. Like, what just happened here?
Yeah, that's belting. I might have to go on after this is finished and watch the transformation on YouTube again, because it's been a long time since I've seen that.
I'm sure don't you see a shadow? I'm sure it's a shadow.
Yeah, it's a shadow, isn't it? It just goes into the car, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Or the lean.
Amazing.
Oh, you just want to watch that Billie Jean. Billie Jean. Smooth
Amazing.
Criminal.
That's the one. Excellent. So again, just thank you very, very much for giving up your time to come and join us on our little slice of the internet. Thank you, everyone, for joining in the chat. The chat's been really active tonight. There's been some new names in there that we've not seen before. So if
welcome.
Yes, welcome. Please do consider hitting that little subscribe button, because that helps us out an absolute ton. Give the video a little thumbs up just so that we know that you were here. Give a thumbs up for our Games Mistress this evening. We will see you all next week. What have we got on next week? I think next week might be off.
I think off next week. Yeah,
I think we're off next week. We will update other stuff. This is our
cons, at some point.
We will, yes. We'll
Again.
do a new ModCons maybe next week. Maybe ModCons next week can kick in because there's too much new gaming news for us to not be talking about. Excellent. I shall stop rambling. I've entered
Thanks
the
for
ramble
having
mode.
me. This was so fun. We have to do this again sometime.
100%.
Yes, absolutely. There's
Yeah.
more to
100%.
discuss. So yes, would love to have you back on.
We can do a when you go to Nottingham, you can do like your review show. Give us an exclusive.
A review show.
Yeah, you can come on and tell us about your experience at the Nottingham video game.
Oh, that'd be awesome. And we have to do something with Zelda. Blanus will
Okay.
love that.
Okay,
will.
we can do a Zelda special. We've been threatening to
Zelda.
do a Zelda special for probably since we started streaming on YouTube. So we'll work with Blunners and see if we can get you in on that as well. That'd be good fun. That'd be good fun. So you're making a funny noise there, Dorbs.
Yeah, it's just drink. I'm getting to the bottom of the dregs as well. Strong.
Oh, I threw up after having that, didn't I?
What cocktail? Oh, you did, didn't you? Yeah.
Oh.
The Dorbs isn't sleeping tonight.
Oh no.
Excellent. Right,
Oh,
going back
no.
into ramble mode. Anyway, thank you very much, everyone, for joining us. And we will see you all next week. So take care.
Yes. Good night. Take care.
Bye.